Hi everyone, it's Jack from Jack's English and we're back again today with Sherlock Holmes. This time we're going to look at some informal pronunciation. So as with last video, warm up your mouths and let's get into today's class. So in today's class, we're going to look at a very useful expression, and then we're going to learn a way of saying goodbye in a very informal way, and we'll use that to learn informal pronunciation. So as usual, let's start the class with the video, and then we'll go from there.
We have kept a lot of people successfully in the dark about this little fact, Mr. Holmes.
I'm not the Commonwealth.
And that's as modest as he gets. Pleasure to meet you.
Laters!
The first expression we'll learn today is where that man said, "We have kept a lot of people successfully in the dark."
We have kept a lot of people successfully in the dark about this little fact, Mr. Holmes.
So we can take from this the very common expression, which is to keep someone in the dark, and then you can add to that about something. This simply means that you are not telling someone something, or you keep something a secret. A good example of this would be, my management have kept me in the dark about the promotion. This means that the management haven't told me anything about the promotion, they've kept it a secret. Another example would be, my friend has kept me in the dark about his party plans. And again, this means he hasn't told me anything about his party plans. He's kept his party plans a secret. So that's our first expression today, to keep someone in the dark about something. So the part of this video that I want to focus on today is the very end where Sherlock said, "Laters." Laters.
Laters!
This means see you later, but it's very informal. So we'd only use this with close friends or in a pub or that kind of situation. Now, what I want to focus on in this word is the T sound. If you notice when I say laters, you can't hear T. That's because it's a glottal T. Listen to the difference. True T sound is laters, laters. Glottal T, laters, 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 laters. Now, again, this is very informal. To pronounce the T with a glottal T is informal. So just be careful when you use this. Only use it in informal situations and don't overuse it, otherwise it will sound unnatural. So now I will teach you how to make the glottal T sound. To learn how to use the glottal stop, in this case the glottal T, I want you to think about the word uh-oh. Have you heard the expression, uh-oh? That's when you know something bad is going to happen. You go, uh-oh. Now, what I want you to think about is the pronunciation of the word and feel how you cut off the air around here. Uh-oh. If we exaggerate it, uh-oh. You stop here. You don't say, oh. You say, uh-oh. That's a glottal stop. You're cutting off the air, and it's used, that same sound can be used instead of a T in British English. So I'm going to give you some words, and then we'll go back to uh-oh to help us to say it. So for example, number one is water. Now we're going to use uh-oh, we're going to use that glottal T, water, uh-oh, water, water. So at the moment we're exaggerating, so it will sound kind of strange, like water, sounds a bit strange, but as you speed it up and say it a bit more naturally, it will sound perfectly fine. Water. When I lived in England, I always said water. I need some water. So next one is matter. So again, go back to uh-oh, get that feeling, and then matter. Matter. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Very natural. The last one I want you to try is winter. And again, we're using that uh-oh, winter, winter. Okay, so again, remember this is very informal, so don't overuse this, but definitely you can kind of mix this in with your British English. Let's look at some smaller words. So vote, vote, vote. You're cutting off the air. Don't say vote, vote. Did you vote? A very common one is mate, mate. All right, mate. You all right, mate? Very, very common. Sounds very British. Finally, once you're comfortable with this and you've got the feeling of the glottal T, try this one. Bottle of water. Bottle of water. Very difficult. Now, if we break this down, you've got bottle of water. Bottle of water. So you've got bottle, schwa, water. Bottle of water. That's the hardest, I suppose, so use that to practice. And whenever you feel confused about the sound or you've kind of lost the feeling, go back to uh-oh and get that feeling of the glottal stop. So that's everything I have for you today. We learnt a very useful expression to keep someone in the dark about something. And then the focus of today was the expression laters and then how to use the glottal T in British English. Very common, but just be careful that it is informal and you should use it sparingly and just try to get a feeling of using it naturally rather than forcing it too much. So as usual, thank you so much for watching the video. Leave any comments below and I will reply. Have a great week and laters.